Hello students, today I am going to explain you about major landforms of the earth. But before starting our lesson, so everyone should take your notes and write the heading and whatever the key points are there from the board, important notes and points you have to write in the notes clearly to revise again. So today our topic is major landforms of the earth. See, 1/4 of the earth covered with the land surface. How much? 1/4 covered with the land surface. In the earth, 1/4 area is covered with the land surface. So now everywhere it is not on the earth, everywhere it is not same like. For example, we are living on the plains. Everywhere it is in the same way. See, no. Somewhere it is a greenery. Somewhere it is a high like a mountains. Some places it is like a plateaus. You might have listened about the plateaus. And some places it has a valleys, greenery valleys. Some places deserts. You know deserts very well. Very hot climate. Clear? So what are the major landforms of the earth today we will learn. So now note the points. So what are the major landforms of the earth? First one is mountains. What it is? Mountains. You have to see the board and you have to note the points. First I will write major landforms of the earth. Next we will go brief into that. Next one is hills. You know mountains, right? What are the mountains? I will explain. Now second one is hills. Because of these different types of land, our earth became more beautiful. Third one is plateaus. Fourth one is, we can take as a fourth one, many things are there, but here we can take valleys. Valleys. Next one, here fifth one we can take plains. We can take plains. Plains means mostly people live on the plains, and easy it is the place, convenient place to grow the agriculture also. So now the last one is the deserts. As I said before, deserts. So these are the major landforms of the earth. Once repeat again. First one is mountains. Major landforms. First one is mountains. Second one is hills. Third one plateaus. Fourth one valleys. Fifth one plains. Sixth one deserts. So what is the difference between these? Mountains, hills, plateaus, valleys, plains, deserts. Every place is not like same, right? Mountains has a high peaks, hills is little low, plateaus are different, valleys are different, plains are different, deserts are different. So now we will learn briefly about the mountains. So now you can note the points like this only. Now you can write the heading mountains. Now write the heading mountains. So what are mountains? Mountains are the highest landforms. So what are these? These are the highest landforms. Among the landforms, these mountains are very high. For example, hills, plateaus and remaining things are there. Comparing to that, these mountains have a highest landforms because the size, it will be very high extent. You might have seen in that outside, you might have seen in the televisions, videos, etc. The mountains have a highest peaks. So mountains are the highest landforms of the earth. Note the points. Mountains are the highest landforms of the earth. So now how these mountains was formed. How these mountains are formed? It's nothing but there is no many disturbances and many eruptions will occur in the land. Many eruptions means like tectonic plates. It is called as tectonic plates in the earth. It will happen. Sometimes it will come earthquake, etc., etc. So because of the volcanoes, you know volcanoes very well. Because of the volcanoes eruption, when the volcano is getting erupted from the lava will come right from inside the crust. The lava will produce. The lava will come outside due to extensive pressure of heat. The lava will come outside from the crust. This is the land part. So after many years, this will be very heat. The lava will be very heat. After many years, it gets cooled down and forms like a mountain. And forms like some type of mountain. So now you got how mountains are formed. Due to our temperature. Our temperature is little cold, right? Inside the land, under the land, the temperature is heat. Now this lava came outside. Now according to our weather conditions, slowly it gets cooled down. After many years, many very long years, this will become as a mountain. This will form as a mountain and it will be very high extent peaks. Now here, if you see the mountains also, you can imagine. For example, I will show you the picture of the mountains. What are the mountains? Example, some Himalayas, like that, right? So here, mountains example I will show you. You can see the picture, mountains. So today our topic is mountains. See the mountains. It is very high peak. Right? You can see the picture. These are the mountains. These called mountains. So here these are not preferable for the human conditions. It's not suitable for the human conditions. So we can't live on the mountains. Why? Because it will be very different type of structure. On that we cannot live. It's not suitable. Not suitable, Anna. You can write here. Not suitable for the human. Not suitable for the humans to live there. It is like a tourist place only, but it is not suitable for the humans to live on the mountains. Here. And the mountains have a highest peak. It will be very long. To high extent, it will be there. Example, as the mountain size, now the mountain size is very big. There, the oxygen level is very less. Oxygen level will be on the earth surface up to some extent. Okay? Up to some extent on the earth surface, the oxygen will be there from up to some extent. As we go upside, for example in space also, if you go upside, there will be no oxygen. If you once cross the gravitation, there will be no oxygen. In the same way, as the mountain peaks are there the oxygen level is very less. There the oxygen level is very less. So now here, these mountains also acts as a barrier. So what? These mountains acts as a barrier. You can see the pictures. You can collect the different types of mountains pictures and you can observe it. How high it is. Clear? So now mountains acts as a barrier. Mountains acts as a barrier. So what is barrier? How mountains acts as a barrier? See, India is covered with the mountains, our border areas, mostly border areas and coastal areas are covered with the mountains. For example, we can take Himalayas. For example, we can take Himalayas. Here the mountains are there. Here you can see the mountains. So what will happen? It acts as a barrier means nothing but it acts as a protection to our country. For example, if any other country is planning to attack our country, we can easily find out them from the mountains, and they are unable to enter into our country easily, which is illegally. They can't enter. So these mountains are helping our protecting our country as a barrier. Clear? Around our country there is a many mountains, and these mountains helping us as a barrier. Clear? And the other point is mines. Many mining. There are many minerals found in this mountains. Minerals are found in this. Minerals are found in these mountains. You know many minerals. What are the minerals? Iron, gold, iron, coal, etc. Like that, many minerals are there. So that minerals mostly it is available in the mountain places. That is the reason in the mountains mostly mining will happen. Clear? They will do government or some other private things. They will do the mining mostly from the mountains. In the mountains they will get so many minerals. Clear? Okay. So repeat with me again. So mountains high, these particular main points, highest landforms of the earth, and suitable, not suitable. You have to clearly write here, Nana, which I wrote in a way. Once again, check here. Not suitable. Clear? Not suitable for the humans to live. It's not suitable. Next, third point, mountains acts as a barrier. Means it protects as a barrier. Next, minerals are found in these mountains. Many minerals are found in these mountains. So mostly mining occurs in this. They will do mining in these mountains. Clear? And it has a very highest top peak. You can see in the images also. It has a top peak. As I shown you image, you can see. Now we will discuss about the hills. First one, mountains, is completed. Now keep the heading. Second one, keep the heading, that is hills. 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 What is hills? Hills is lower than the mountains. So here mountains has very high peak. It is up to large extent, as we have discussed up to now about the mountains. Now we are discussing about the hills. So in the hills it is not much higher than the mountains. So it is hills are lower than the mountains. Hills are lower than the mountains. Hills are lower than the mountains. Now I will show you a picture. What is hills? You can see here hills. You can see the hills here. Here you can observe the hills. Clear? These are hills. It is lower than the mountains, right? It doesn't extend to large extent high. So these are the hills. Good. So hills means it is not like a big way. It will be very greenery. It looks completely filled with small grass and small trees like that. These are the hills. Mostly it is attracted by the tourists. So we can say it's a tourist place also. Many people will go tourist to these hills places. Clear? And it is not longer like a mountains. And how the climate is there in this? How the climate is there in this hills? Climate is very pleasant. Climate in the hills. Climate in the hills. Climate in the hills are very pleasant. Very pleasant. You can note the points. Climate in the hills are very pleasant. So in the hills, the climate is not very much hot. It's not neither cold neither hot. It doesn't has a more temperature or it doesn't has a less temperature. Average temperature, minimum place which is suitable for the some kind of crops like tea estates. We can say tea, growing the tea estates. It is good. And tea, coffee, it is suitable for the tea, coffee. And mainly it is this place particularly, these hills particularly suitable to grow the orchards, fruit orchards. Means where many fruits will grow. Fruits orchards. Orchards. Fruit orchards. So these climates in the hills are very pleasant, and tea, coffee, fruits, orchards we can cultivate. Is useful. These type of trees useful to cultivate. Useful to cultivate in the hills, and it is a tourist place as well. Very pleasant type of things will be there. It's a we can cultivate, and it is a tourist place. Clear? So now we have learnt about the mountains and hills. Now revise about the hills again. Hills are lower than the mountains. As you see in the picture, hills are lower than the mountains. Next, climate in the hills are very pleasant. Tea, coffee, fruits, orchards useful to cultivate in these places. Clear? Or else you can write like this. Better you do one thing. Which crops they will grow? Mostly tea. You can write in a separate point, same point, but you can write it separate. Tea, coffee, and fruit orchards and fruits orchards. These type of cultivate these type of fruits, tea, coffee, and these crops we can grow in the hills. Suitable in the hills. Can grow in the hills. Clear? So now we have learnt about the mountains and learnt about the hills. So next we will learn about the valleys. Okay. First I said the third point. Now you check the fourth point. Okay. Better you keep the heading. Heading is important. So now you write valleys. What is it? What is this? Valleys. So now valleys are the, you can see the picture first. What is valleys? You can see the picture here. Now first to find the difference. Here mountains, these are the highest peak which we have the length up to now. And next hills. Now our topic is about the hills. Here it is hills. Lower than the mountains. Clear? Which is good for the tea estates, tea, coffee and fruit orchards, that is hills. Now we will discuss about the valleys. See the topic here, valleys. You can observe something in the valleys. Clear? So now you can see the valleys picture. You can see the valleys picture. Clear? So now what is valleys? Today we will learn about the what is valleys. So valleys are nothing but valleys are low-lying land. Note the point. Valleys are low-lying land. Valleys are low-lying land between the two mountains. Between the two mountains. As you see in the picture here, how it is here. Here you can see the picture how it is. There are two mountains, right? There are two mountains in the middle of the low-lying land, right? This land is a right. This is a low-lying land. This low-lying land is called valleys. This low-lying is called valleys. So from these mountains, here I am doing some roughly. For example, a mountain is there here, and another mountain is there here. Here, a small distance between between these mountains. This place is called a valleys. What it is called? This particular place is called as valleys. Now, from these mountains, I'm repeating clearly, these mountains, rocks, some rock materials, dust materials, it will flow. It will fall on this. It will fall on this. Whenever the rocks are hitting here, slowly these become wider. Okay, the mountains, this gives space to the valley. First it will be very short valley, then because of the rocks flowing from the mountains and hits it downside, this valley will become little larger. Little, it will get more space. And if the water flows from the mountains, it is easy. Water can flow easily to the lower area, right? So directly the water will flow into these areas, and from these valleys also the water will pass like a sea, or it will go into rivers. It will mix into the rivers. Clear? Valleys are the low-lying and land between the two mountains. Now, and how it has a pleasant surface. Mountains means not like hills also we can say. So here it has a pleasant surface. Now you can note down the point again. Note down the point. So you have to keep your books in front of you. You have to keep books in front of you. That you can easily find out by seeing the pictures. So it has a pleasant surface. So valleys has a pleasant surface. Valleys has a pleasant surface. Pleasant means nothing but, as we have discussed in the previous hills. What is pleasant? Neither cold, neither very hot. Neither very cold, neither very hot. Pleasant. Remember the point. Many people doesn't know that. What is meant by pleasant? Pleasant means neither very hot, neither very hot, neither very cold. So pleasant surface means neither very hot, neither very cold. That is a pleasant surface. And here it is suitable to grow some type of, not like a different types of many types of vegetation is there, right? But here it is a good suitable to grow some types of plants. You can write plants, some types of plants suitable to grow some plants. This is a vegetation area. You can grow the plants, trees, many trees, etc. So you can see in the image also it is completely a greenery, right? So some plants. Here this is example of pleasant, neither hot nor very cold. The example of neither very hot nor very cold. This is the example itself. Okay, pleasant means neither very hot nor very cold. You can write here neither. You can write here not very hot nor very cold. That is the, and we can do the vegetation. Here it is suitable for the vegetation. Okay, so now up to now we have learnt about the mountains, hills, valleys. Okay students, so what you have to do, you have to revise the notes. And from this you take the book and write 15 hard words and revise the lesson, and the lesson will be continued in your next class. Thank you.